Good morning, or I guess good afternoon. We're hearing page 8 of our 11 o'clock calendar, prejudgment proceedings on the Kaloustian and Montano matter, D 2021-62727. We are on the record at the Regional Justice Center. We should have plaintiff with his counsel and the defendant in proper person. Ms. Tyndall, please state your appearance.
Jillian Tyndall, bar number 7194, appearing unbundled. Good afternoon.
Good afternoon. Do we have Edith Montano?
I believe she's muted.
Ms. Montano?
Yes, Your Honor.
All right, thank you. And do we have?
Yes, I do.
Do we have Dad connected also?
I see his icon.
Okay, good.
Ari, can you?
Let's begin the hearing. This is a custody case in which parties have agreed that Nevada is the home state of the child. They've agreed on parentage. They acknowledge parentage when the child was born. The child is just over 1 year old. I understand, Ms. Tyndall, that your client is on the birth certificate identified as the father, correct?
Yes.
All right, so they have joint legal custody, which is a sharing of fundamental parental rights. I know that in the complaint, Dad asked for sole legal custody, and in the answer to counterclaim, Mom asked for sole legal custody. The presumption in Nevada is that parents have joint legal custody, which is an expression of parental rights. If either party has a case to make for sole legal custody, then the court would have to make the evidentiary findings that would rebut the presumption. Now, physical custody is an expression of placement. That's different from legal custody. And we do have a dispute concerning physical custody. Both parties want sole physical custody to the exclusion of the other parent. That also is not going to be ordered by the court because we have preferences. The legislature has told us, as courts that manage these disputes, that we are to make orders that allow for separated parents to have a meaningful relationship with their children. And that if they have a custody schedule that does not allow them that time, there needs to be an evidentiary basis that shows that that is not in the best interest of the child. In this case, we're going to start the process for establishing a custody schedule. That establishment of the custody schedule will include a weekly timeshare and will include a discussion about holidays and vacations. Now, you separated in May. There is a custody schedule from the protective order. There was an application that was made in July. The temporary arrangement, I guess, in that order is that Dad have Thursday, Friday, Saturday, from Thursday morning to Saturday evening, that they've been exchanging pursuant to that order at the police station on MLK and Alta. And I understand, I mean, I just want to know, Ms. Tyndall, that that's what they've been following since July, right?
I believe they were. Now that the TPL has expired, I believe that Mom is taking the child for exchanges to Dad's house. And I actually spoke with Dad via electronic mail, and I believe they've come close to some sort of settlement. I don't know if we want to explore that, but he's just asking for equal time with their son.
Okay, well, there's a learning process in this case. I mean, I know Mom's not a lawyer, and thankfully Dad has U.S. counsel that can explain these type of things. Did you tell your client that the court was likely to refer the parties to the mediation center?
Absolutely.
All right, so ma'am, we have a mediation center. The mediation center facilitates a dialogue between parents. We usually make a mediation referral at the initial hearing. At that mediation session, which used to be in person, it'll be electronically now. A mediator would help facilitate a discussion between you and Dad concerning how to organize your time or how to define holidays and vacations. Even in parent cases in which parents are really opposed, which is common for parents who have just separated, we make this referral in recognition of an important policy. I'm a judge here in Nevada handling your case. I'm going to have to make orders resolving conflict between you and the father based on what the court determines based on the evidence is best for the child. Before the court or some stranger tells you how you're going to share your child permanently, you should be given an opportunity with the other parent who has fundamental rights to try to fashion an agreement. So we just asked you to participate. Since you had a protective order recently, I can make that referral with the domestic violence protocol, but frankly right now it's not done in person anyway, so you would have that facilitated discussion. So, Ms. Montano, did you understand in reading the papers from the Self-Help Center that there would be a mediation referral?
You don't understand, Your Honor.
Yes? Okay, so both parties will be referred to mediation. We'll have a return in about 6 weeks. We need a temporary order that's a bridge from today to the return. Ms. Montano, you've been sharing the child for about a month with Dad getting the child on Thursday morning and you getting the child back on Saturday night. Has that worked for you?
That's been fine, Your Honor. Sometimes, because I am off on the weekends, I do want to travel like on Saturday morning or something and come back Sunday afternoon or evening. I would kind of probably see if I can arrange picking him up earlier, so that way I want to take our son to the zoo or things of that nature. But I want to use my time as far as me being off. So I would want to go ahead and have a little bit more, picking him up a little bit prior versus like, later in the afternoon.
All right, so let me ask you, and then Ms. Tyndall, you can tell me what Dad's proposal would be for a temporary order. If we're going to come back to court at the end of September, early October, what is the schedule, Ms. Montano, that you would like the court to adopt temporarily?
I'm fine with the scheduling how we have it because I do understand, I believe that's when his days are off. I would just want to go ahead and pick up our son a little bit earlier on Saturday, maybe like at 10 if I do plan on leaving, to California to go visit my family because that's where they reside. That's the only thing I would want to go ahead and change a little bit the timing. And if I need to drop off my son on a Wednesday night or things of that nature, I'm willing to accommodate the hours because I do want my son to spend time with his father.
So Wednesday morning to Saturday morning would be your preference?
Or Wednesday night to, however, that's what he would want.
Okay, and do you deliver the child to Dad, or does Dad pick the child up from you? Your image is frozen. Can you hear me? Do we have a connection issue with Mom? Okay, so we're going to try to get her reconnected. Ms. Tyndall, it looks like your client has had a split week schedule with Thursday to Saturday. Mom's off on the weekends apparently, so she is proposing getting the child back earlier on Saturday. So if we shifted your client's time up, would a split week schedule with exchanges on Wednesdays and Saturdays work for your client?
I would have to ask him, Your Honor. I know that his job he recently got a different job, so I would ask him. I know that he was asking for a 3.5 day schedule, so that could work. But Your Honor, would you mind terribly if we asked him directly?
Okay, Mr. Kaloustian, can you hear me okay?
Yes, I can hear you, Your Honor.
What is your current work schedule?
Essentially, I work from 2 p.m. until p.m., so 1400 until 2200.
Okay, and what days are you off?
The Thursdays and Fridays are my days off.
So you go to work at 2 o'clock on Saturday then? Yes, I start work. Okay, and if you were to have the child on Wednesday evening, when would you be able to get the child Wednesday evening?
Wednesday evening, I don't think I would be able to unless I arrange something with my...
Get the child at 8 o'clock in the morning on Thursday morning like you were doing?
Yeah.
I mean, would you suggest a different time? Alright, so Ms. Montano, we lost you briefly. Can you hear us? Can you hear us?
Yes.
Alright, Ms. Tyndall, are you there? Alright.
Yeah, I'm sorry, Your Honor. I got disconnected momentarily. where I left off is when you asked Mr. Kaloustian if he could do a different time.
Right, so what we're gonna do is we're gonna we'll make a variation of the schedule that we had based on, did we lose everybody? We got one person in the car, we got another. All right, hold on. Look, we keep losing connection, so I need to make sure that everyone's back, and then the court's going to summarize the order. Do we have Ms. Montano back?
Yes, I am back, Your
Do we
Honor.
have Dad back? Is Dad back? Dad,
Hi.
we have Ms. Tyndall back.
Yes.
All right, Dad said that he works a swing shift right now temporarily. Obviously, if his shift changes, he's working 2 to 10. So he's available first thing on Thursday morning, all day Thursday, all day Friday. He has to go to work at 2 o'clock on Saturday. So there's going to be a custody exchange around 1 o'clock on Saturday that will be before he goes to work. Mom's going to pick up the child at 1 o'clock on Saturday, and she'll deliver the child to him Thursday morning at 8 o'clock. So it will be a joint physical custody schedule temporarily. You'll mediate. Ms. Tyndall, if circumstances change, his work shift changes, or if he wants time during the work shift, and can manage the child care responsibilities for a 1-year-old, you just let me know. I think when he talked to the court briefly, he was very candid about the fact that he has to work and that he couldn't pick up the child on Wednesday night, but the court would be open to allowing him to pick up Wednesday night if he had custody logistics worked out. The financial orders are deferred. I want the parties to file updated financial disclosure forms. The protective order expired yesterday. It was not extended, right, Ms. Montano?
That's correct, Your Honor.
I just want you to know that just because there's no protective order, the court is letting both mom and dad know that we cannot have any kind of altercations or threats related to custody, especially when we're talking about caring for a 1-year-old. This child is completely dependent on your parenting. Also, the communications that you had, there were filings, Ms. Tyndall, I'm sure you cringed when you saw them in mom's opposition. Our communications in writing need to be responsible and not include any kind of threats or any kind of foul language or anything like that, because frankly, you're going to have to sit in a court proceeding and read them and own them, okay? And it's not how you would talk to the mother or the father of your child. And so, clean that up. Dad will have custodial responsibility from Thursday at 8 a.m., all day Thursday, all day Friday, and then mom will pick up the child at 1 o'clock on Saturday before he goes to work. That will be the temporary order in place until the return. Now, when's the return date?
That's October the 13th at 9 a.m.
October 13th at 9 a.m. will be the return. We need to confirm telephone numbers for both of you. Do we have phone numbers for both on the referral order? For the mediator?
No.
All right, so Ms. Tyndall, I need a phone number that the mediator can use to contact your client. Do you have one?
Hold on just for a second. I'm so sorry.
While she's doing that, ma'am, think of a phone number that we can give the mediator for you, okay?
Okay, I've got one, Your Honor. 702-715-4616.
All right, great. Ma'am, do you have a phone number we can use?
Yes, Your Honor. 702-504-3258.
All right, great. I want to thank both of you for being patient. We're running late this morning, and it's hard to be sitting on ice for an hour for your hearing. I think that the case presents much better now than it did in July, which is a hopeful sign. You have orders that will let you know how you're going to operate over the next couple of 6-7 weeks, and we'll accept and review your parenting plan when we come back to court in October. Ms. Tyndall, will you prepare the temporary order from today?
I'll be very happy to, Your Honor. I just have one other question. We were set for a case management conference today. Are we going to have that then on October the 13th?
Right, if we resolve custody,
Okay.
then we're gonna try to settle the case. If we do not resolve custody, then the court will be asking you about what type of additional discovery or hearing we need, okay?
Perfect.
You guys take care, stay safe, thank you.
You too, Your Honor. Thank you.
Thank you.
We're off the record, you can go ahead and hit the red button.